Hey friends, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'd like to discuss the new Textslicer in Power BI with you, and then also give you a preview of what the future of Power BI looks like. So if you want to spot new developments in Power BI, you're gonna see that in the video. So let's get started. At first, the new Textslicer which is available. Now, it is already here activated for me, which is here, but if you can't see it, you have to go to the settings option, settings, click on the icon, and then you go to the preview features, and there you will find down there the new Textslicer visual, as well as the new list slicer here as well, if you want to activate this. You can tick it, and then normally you need to restart Power BI one time, but then you're good to go and you can start using it. So let me just cancel this for now, and then let's just see what it does. So basically, the prior slicer had some, let's say, limitations, right? Because slicer itself allows to filter for specific elements, but not search, for instance, for specific text content. And this is what the new slicer, Textslicer can do. So let's just do an example. Let's go with, in this case, under the orders table, so here. And I like to actually use, let's say, the customer company in here. And then I also like to see here a specific measure for them. Let's just say, let's have a look at the total profit, for instance, for the customers. So far so good. Now let's see this, and you can see that there we can see different kinds of values. So far so good. Now the normal or default slicer, if I select this one here, I could also put, of course, here the customer company in here. And then I have the option to either select a specific one right here, right? That I could do. Or I could also, of course, go there under the settings option, so clicking the three dots here, and go with the search option. And then I have a search bar here. And I could see, for instance, for everything with AN, for instance, right? I can search this, and you see that here in this case, I would see all the elements which have AN, even at the beginning of the name or somewhere in there, in the text itself, so in the name itself. Doesn't matter where it appears. Here, for instance, there it's at the end, right? And also whether it's in capital letters or not, it also doesn't matter. So this works, but still I would have to select the individual files, right? And in Power BI Desktop, I would have to hold my control key by default and then can select several of them if I want to do this or remove this. So that works, but still it's kind of limited. And the new Textslicer allows us to really search for specific text inside, in this case, the customer company, for instance. So that means I can select this one here, Textslicer. And then for the Textslicer itself, let me just drag one element inside. Let's say, again, the customer company, drag this inside. And now I can filter by keyword, right? So if I search, for instance, here, like something like, in this case, let's say AN again, press enter. And you see that now I got filtered list here for all the ANs. So you can see it's filtered, and everything which has AN inside is then now filtered. So that's the difference in here. So let me just close this, and let's say search for something else. Let's say everything with BON. Let's just see. Press enter, and you see that in this case we have two of them, right? So this one and this one. And the thing about the capital letter is here exactly the same. But the main point is that you do not have to single select individual items. You can just search for a text, and then the data, in this case just a table, but could also be any other kind of visual, gets filtered by this text we entered here. So this is what the new, in this case, text filter or Textslicer can do for us. And I think it's a great, amendment to what's already available. And as I said, if you want to use it, just you have to enable it in the settings. One last thing to mention here, you can only use it if you have at least the November 2024 version of Power BI installed. So if you have an older version, you just need to upgrade first. Otherwise, you can't use it in the previous settings. So that's it for this new slicer. And the other thing I'd like to mention is, what does the future of Power BI look like? And to be specific, what kind of elements can we expect? So what can be new visuals? What will the Power BI team develop for us? And if you're interested in that, there is a new, actually, website, which is created by the Power BI developer team. And let me just go there, which is this one here. This is the vision board. So I provide you the link. You can go there as well if you want. And there you can see for any kind of visualizations, you can see that here, they are grouped. What is the current status? So for instance, here's the Textslicer, and you can see actually this is completed, and these things are currently under development. So you see that they are not stopping here. They continue, of course, to develop. And also this is true for other kinds of visuals. So you can search there for anything. If you're interested in matrix and table amendments, you can go there. Or style, you can go there, and so on. Or new visuals. If I go there, for instance, you can see that there are various options in here. And some of them have already been completed. And you can see the status here. Or they are under development. For instance, here, I would like to have a new waterfall, you can go there, for instance, and you can read through what the user actually demand or would like to have in Power BI. And if you also agree with that, then of course you also can click to vote in order to support this development here. And this is the feedback to the Power BI team, and based on your feedback and also all the other Power BI users' feedback, of course, they will prioritize specific features. So this is their new way to, well, ask the community, in this case all of us, for our feedback in order to, well, drive the development of the future of Power BI. So hopefully that was interesting to you. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.